The banned R-rated horror flick hit theaters and immediately faced boycotts from multiple countries. Its eerie, spine-chilling scenes are so disturbing visually and auditorily that they can make audiences feel physically uncomfortable. Without further ado, let's dive into the story. Point: one day, for teens, bored out of their minds, decided to explore the town's infamous haunted house. Local folks told a tale. A girl named Sarah once lived there. She'd often tell ghost stories to neighborhood kids late at night. Chillingly enough, every child who heard her stories vanished without a trace within days. The townsfolk were convinced Sarah, the storyteller, was an evil witch. To stop more kids from vanishing, they decided to execute her publicly. But when the villagers went to find her, they found Sarah had already hanged herself with her own hair. Even her family was nowhere to be found. After that, the house fell into total disrepair, gradually becoming what folks called a death house. Hearing the haunted house's backstory, the teens weren't scared. In fact, it only made the adventure feel more thrilling. They even had the bright idea to play hide and seek there. While searching for a hiding spot, Daisy stumbled upon a hidden door. Opening it, she found the room covered in thick cobwebs, cold and damp, with a foul stench in the air. It seemed this might have been Sarah's room back in the day. Meanwhile, Zach hid in a wardrobe in the bedroom. But he hid there for ages, and none of his friends came looking for him. He carefully pushed the wardrobe door open a crack, and what he saw made his hair stand on end. The long-abandoned house was suddenly lit up like a Christmas tree, and sitting by the bed were an old woman and a husky. The next second, she turned to look at Zach. He slammed the door shut in a panic, and it finally hit him. He was dealing with something supernatural. He rushed downstairs to round up the others and get out. Soon, they followed Daisy's lead and met up in the hidden room behind the secret door. The sight hit Zach like a ton of bricks. He thought the scary stories were just to frighten kids, but now it seemed they were true. Daisy also found a strange storybook on the room's bookshelf, and the author was none other than Sarah, the one people feared so much. Rumor had it the book's contents were written in the blood of missing children. They argued over whether to read it. A terrifying noise suddenly came from behind them, and all the candles went out at once. They thought they'd run into a ghost, but then Tommy's voice rang out. Turns out it was his prank. Tommy was their arch-rival. He'd spotted them exploring the haunted house and snuck in after them. He shoved Zach's sister into the secret room too, locked the door, and left without looking back. Everyone was frantic to find a way out, except Daisy, who was still engrossed in the storybook. She kept repeating, begging Sarah to appear and tell them a story. To their shock, the next second, a dark shadow rose slowly, drifted straight to the door, and unlocked it. They figured Tommy had gotten tired of his prank, so they didn't think twice and ran home. But Daisy was already hooked on the book. She snuck it home with her before leaving. Halfway through reading, she noticed the story inside seemed freshly written. Even the red ink was still wet. And coincidentally, the new story's main character shared their rival's name, Tommy. Meanwhile, Tommy was home. His mom asked him to take eggs to the neighbors. Reluctantly, he went into the barn to get them. Little did he know, a weird dark shadow had quietly set its sights on him.